Are you listening?
Boom.
Hey, what's going on?
If you're behind the scenes, you would have seen that about twice.
Yeah, I did. I'm like, is my screen behind?
No, I started it and forgot to go live.
Oh.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Little difficulties. I was told not to talk about dad on the live, or I was asked by my mom. So if you want to know more, you have to know after.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. So, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Justin Tierney, Not So Shorty, Resells, and Mrs. Hillbilly. Hello. 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 Welcome. Welcome. This is an amazing day. Amazing. Well, it's just amazing all around. How are you doing today, Hillbilly?
I'm doing pretty good. It's almost late here.
How are you doing, Stacey Sorb?
I'm alive.
Well, that's
Or I
good.
would
You got
say
a pulse.
I'm alive and well.
Yeah, that's good.
Two very important things.
Yeah, two important things for sure. So glad to see you guys here. Some nice faces. And if anybody's wondering, that's how Andrew really looks. He looks like a cricket green S with a little ball on the bottom. That's it.
Yep.
In fact, that ball is how you know he's a boy.
That's how I look. All natural, baby.
Oh man, I got two.
You think this looks good? Wait till you see him with makeup on.
What is it for Christmas? I got two commander decks and one pair of sleeves. So I have to sleeve up a deck today. These are nice sleeves. These are called Fury, and they're nice, really nice red. I like it. I'm gonna do the dinosaur deck because that's the deck I want to start upgrading. Yeah, if you watched last night's stream, you're like, I got all four decks. I got the dinosaur deck and the vampire deck. Which I was surprised some of the reprints in the vampire deck were pretty solid. Like some of the land base. Like they reprinted the check land for the one that cares if you have a plains or a swamp in there. I'm like, that's a good reprint.
Hey, I don't know. I upgraded one, but I don't know if I downgraded it or upgraded it.
Guess I'll find that out later today when you try to do the commander stream at 2:00.
Yep, 2:00.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was funny yesterday. I opened a draft booster box of Ixalan and a gift bundle, and I pulled 3 Chamils out of it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm like, Hillbilly would be jealous if he was watching.
I watched the replay and
it was like that box, that draft for being a draft box, that box was pretty fire.
Yes, it was.
The only card that would have made it like tops, two super tops is if I pulled a Cavern of Souls, But like that box is pretty fire. That's all I can say.
It was still fire, but it was still burning up when you pulled those Chamils out.
Yeah, those Chamils, like I couldn't believe I pulled 3 Chamils, and nicely I can use. I know I can use 2 of them, so I'm going to start putting those in decks.
Nice.
Then I don't have it next to me, but I got a new binder that I'm going to start collecting cards in just to collect.
Cool.
Like favorite cards and stuff. Ooh, but
I got my Chamil in the mail yesterday.
Hell yeah.
I just got to mail some cards off, but I can't do that until around the 3rd.
That's pretty cool. Pretty saucy. And now we're going to get to the card
of the day. Combo breaker.
Ooh.
I was looking for some saucy, spicy cards, and I'm thinking a card I would like. Void Rend. Cost white, blue, black. It's an instant. This spell can't be countered, and it says destroy target non-land permanent. It's instant. That's if this card was sorcery, it would be just as good at. It would just be good or a little worse than. I can't think of the card. It costs a generic black and white sorcery destroy target permanent.
I know the card you're talking about too.
Right. It'd
my
be
mind, but my mind is blank.
Right. But like this is instant, so it makes it even better. This hits planeswalkers, enchantments, artifacts. It hits creatures, and it can't be countered.
And not only that, about this card, it can hit a creature with ward, and you do not have to pay the ward cost with this card just because it cannot be countered.
That's right. That's pretty saucy, pretty solid. Does Jay Sorb have any opinions about this card?
I love it.
I hate it. I hate it.
Cards are really good. I put in that like 3-mana counter spell. Sorry, I'm eating a fast break right now. I put in that 3-mana counter spell. God, what was it? There was a cycle. That was they were 2-colored.
Uh-huh.
Absorb was one of them. That one gained you 3 life. And then I can't remember that one made your opponent lose 3 life.
Yep.
I kind of fit this in that cycle. This was just a good mix.
It is a good mix. I mean, its color restrictiveness being 3 colors is kind of tough, but I think it works in the Esper deck pretty well.
I hate this card.
Oh, yeah, it's a perfect Esper card. It's exactly what Esper wants.
Right.
I hate this card, but I love the card. The reason why I hate it is because I lost so many matches against this card.
Huh?
But I love the card because I love playing it because it cannot be countered.
Love to play it, hate to play against it.
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
I will say this. It's no Cryptic Command.
No. We don't need more. Well, Cryptic Command is not as powerful today as it used to be, but it's still annoying, powerful card.
It's still just as powerful.
Well, I think the meta is too aggressive to make it really care a lot, but it's still like all the options. I mean, it's still a buffet of a card. You want a little spice, have a little spice. You want a little steak, have a little steak. That's what it is. It's still good. Like, I just don't think it holds the weight that it used to. But with all the mana fixing that we have today, especially in Commander, it's even more annoying in that kind of format because you basically, have the money, have the right build. Your mana base is perfect nowadays.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm with Justin. Counters do suck. I like non-interactive magic. It's my favorite magic.
Oh yeah, and let's get to the picture of the day. Boom. Yeah, just absorb that. Just realize what it's saying. You talking to me before I had my coffee? You like living dangerously. Morning coffee. You always need a little bit of your morning coffee in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you come over here, chill out with us, because you need that coffee break so you can feel like a respectable human again, not like an angry ball of wire. Yeah, evil. It's fun. It's cute. It's adorable. Yeah, boom. Time capsule. Boom. Morning, folks. Morning to you. Morning to time capsule. Yeah.
Morning time.
Yeah. Justin, counter spells suck. Yes, they do. But they're necessary evil.
I was when I saw that, I was like, yep, I like that's when I said I like uninteractive magic. It's my favorite form of magic. It's like, are you gonna combo off? No? Okay, good, because I'm gonna go. Okay, cool. All right, let's go to game 2.
Oh,
Yeah. Hashtag chill, Billy.
when I see blue, I'm expecting counters.
Well, I see
If
when
you're
I build.
counterspelling with blue, you're doing it wrong.
Like I like to build blue decks without counter spells as much as possible because I don't like to counter spells. I only have one deck that really has counter spells in it, and that's because I want to be more of its competitive edge for being a jank deck. But
I'm going to say this because blue is red kind of dabbled into it. Blue has the best ability ever. Outside, like it's better than counterspell. You know what it
draw?
is? Nope. It's better than that.
Flying?
Nope. It's that, dude. Come on now.
I don't know what you think is better
Taking
than
extra turns.
that's a green ability.
Oh, that's
Oh,
also
that's a green
blue.
ability, huh?
Yeah.
All the green time warps.
All the green fogs. There's more green fogs than there are time walks.
Yeah, but
Think about it.
I
Fog
hate
is
it.
basically time walk.
I remember they had
Kind of.
they had an epiphany card with blue. I hated going up against that. People would cast it, copy that, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, the
Really
one that creates birds.
Yes.
Yeah, that God, that card is so annoying. Yeah, I agree. That card was
They
very degenerate.
they banned that card in I think standard.
You talking about Swan Song?
I don't think they banned it. It's something Epiphany.
Yeah.
Tolerance Epiphany? No.
I can't remember the first name of it.
It costs 7 mana, and you take an extra turn. You could foretell it. For 6, I think it was like 1 less or something like that.
Yeah, 1 less.
And then you create 2 1/1 bird tokens.
Yeah,
but you exile it, which is like, you know, they've been doing that for ages now at this point. But there was a last time I enjoyed combo in standard was back in oh my gosh, what was it? Pyromancer's Ascension was in standard.
I remember that deck.
If you are familiar with Pyromancer's Ascension, if not Hillbilly, I'm pretty sure you probably have no idea what Pyromancer's Ascension is. It's a 2-mana red enchantment. It's a colorless and a red. And whenever you cast a spell that has the same name as a card in your graveyard, you put a counter on it, right? So you'd play a bunch of cantripping cards that just, you know, cantripping in terms of like they cycle themselves. You play cards like Treasure Hunt, which is like 2 mana reveal cards off the top of your deck until you reveal a non-land card. Put all the revealed cards into your hand. And you play cards like Ponder, which is like, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put them back in any order, or shuffle, draw a card. And you play cards like Preordain, which is, look at the top, you know, you understand like the cycle, like they all cost like 1 blue, draw a card basically.
Right.
And you try to get 3 counters on Pyromancer's Ascension, because as soon as it hits 3 counters, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. So the deck would combo off with a card called Call to Mind, which is a 3-mana sorcery, return target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. So you'd play Call to Mind to return a Call to Mind and a Time Warp to your hand. And then you would cast Time Warp, which gave you 2 turns. And then you would cast Call to Mind, returning Time Warp and Call to Mind. And then eventually you'll get so far ahead in turns that you would start returning, because the deck also played Lightning Bolt, so you would return Lightning Bolts to your hand, and then you would just start to kill your opponent with the Lightning Bolts, because you would have infinite turns basically. And that deck was sweet. That deck was so much fun. And I was shocked to see that combo in standard. I think Splinter Twin was in the format during that time too, and it even beat that deck. Which is like saying a lot, because Splinter Twin was super broken. So Splinter Twin was a I don't know if you're familiar with Splinter Twin, but Splinter Twin was basically you played a 2-card combo. It was there was a card called Deceiver Exarch, which was a 1/4 for 3 with flash. And when it entered the battlefield, you choose one of 2 abilities, either tap target permanent or untap target permanent. And then Splinter Twin was an enchantment that you put on a creature, and it has tap create a copy of itself. So you would tap it, create a 1/4, and you would untap it using its untap ability, and then you would just make infinite. And then the creature gains haste too. So and then you sacrifice them at the end of turn. So basically, you make infinite 1/4s, and then you kill your opponent that way.
Well, see, when all runs at Epiphany was in standard, they had infinite combo to where people would just load up on extra turns. They'd copy it, get 2 turns, copy it again, get a limited amount of turns. And so many people started complaining to Wizards about it, so they banned it.
yeah, I remember. And then on Arena, I think they changed the way it worked.
Not when I was playing.
Yeah, that card was taking extra turns is very degenerate, and I think the last card that we saw that didn't get exiled was Time Warp.
I mean, right now there is still a card in standard that will give you an extra turn.
My favorite Time Warp costs 15 mana.
What?
It's blue and red.
Coaches, it's this, but I really like infinite combos. I'm an infinite combo player, and as simple as something as like the Splinter Twin combo is really, really good. I kind of wish we had something like that in Magic, like a 2-card combo. It's just one of those things. So I don't know.
I have a 2-card combo. It's called Turn 1 Land Soul Ring.
I like combo. Yeah. I like combos myself, but I just don't like playing against them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason. Like I don't know. That's why I like that Flumph deck where I made Hillbilly draw his whole deck.
Yeah,
that was so funny.
Yeah, I was like, dang, I can't do nothing.
You're like, I don't want all these cards in my hand.
You gotta embrace the janky combos. I mean, I want there to be like a Horizon Chimera, Fathom plus Sunbound combo again, where you can draw your deck infinitely. Like Fathom Mage says it costs 4 mana. It's like a 1/1 creature, but whenever a creature, the most important part about it is if a +1 counter is on it, you draw a card. Fathom Mage says whenever you draw a card, you gain a life, and Sunbound says whenever you gain life, it's an aura. Put a +1/+1 counter enchanted creature. You just have that combo out, and you draw your deck out to where you want it, and it's a May ability, so you don't have to draw your deck out completely and lose the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I think what was it? There was a fair so I had in my Azami deck that I played a long time ago, a commander deck. There was oh my gosh, I don't even remember his name. It was like a 2-mana blue creature that you level up. And once he was maxed out, basically you turned your commander game into a 1v1. So it was like at the beginning of each player's end step, if you didn't take if it's not your turn, take an extra turn after or it's your turn or whatever. Take a turn after this or something like that. So basically, instead of everyone taking their turn, it would be like me and then you, and then me and then you, like every individual player. And I remember a lot of people like conceding to that guy when I'd max him out when he would hit when I get to the final level, because basically instead of counterspelling everyone, I basically turned the entire table into a 1v1, me versus that
Wow.
player. Yeah, it was really funny, and people would always concede to that guy all the time. It was really funny.
Coaches says combos are for the person doing them. Oh, combos are fun for the person doing them, but they make it hard for the rest of the table to play. Well, I like when everybody gets to do a little magic.
For sure, I understand that. Like so for example, like when I play like when I played Commander and we had our competitive group and stuff like that. Whenever a person we got to a point where if someone comboed off, it was like, oh, you're comboing off. Okay, cool, you win, good job. And then they would they'd scoop basically, and because they're the winner, and then everyone else would continue playing. They're like, okay, cool, you comboed off, good job, all right, you win. And then the rest of the table would continue playing while that person just like, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it depends on what it is and how your group interacts with it. I mean, combos are fun. I don't know, I've always found combos fun. I'm a combo player myself, so
Stay Sorb's telling on himself.
I mean, there's a reason like why, like, the Grease Fang deck and Explorer, the Flump combo.
Well, back to the coaches. What coaches said about rather for other people to be able to play Magic. I agree with that.
Yeah,
it is more fun if everybody gets to play. But if somebody puts in a combo like that, I mean,
look, it's only fun if I win. That's how it is. It's only fun if I win. If you win, you cheated. Something went wrong. Or my mana was flooded, or I didn't get enough lands, or I didn't get the card I needed.
Well, I'm sure everybody feels like that.
No, I'm kidding.
Just let's say, try figuring out whose turn it is next with 2 time sifters on the table. I don't even know what time sifters is, so sounds wild though. Sounds like a very interesting interaction.
Yeah, it does.
It is an interesting interaction. But like I said, my favorite time walk costs 15 mana and is banned in Commander. Emrakul. Because all we need is an Emrakul. All we need is you.
All I need is Emrakul. That was like, oh my gosh. That was like everyone was when Emrakul was standard, that was like the phrase to say. And I feel like that song got popular in the Magic community only because of Emrakul.
Well, it'd be cool. I know MTG Remy.
It was just as bad as there was a Magic card called Geist Snatch.
Yeah.
It was 4 mana, counter target spell, and then create like a 1/1 spirit token, right?
Mm-hmm.
But every time someone opened it at the draft table, they'd be like, I wonder what a Geist Snatch smells like.
Horrible. Horrible.
It was like, oh my, every single time. And like, now thinking like, yeah, it's been a long time since it's been a thing, but it was like at the time you were just like, ugh, yes, we get it, it's fun.
Oh Lord.
I remember when Avacyn Restored came out and they made their first 2 mana 2/2 bear that, or 2 mana 1/1 that came into play, and it was able to put a +1 counter on any creature, even itself. So I tried getting it called a Care Bear. I'm like, we wouldn't need to call this effect a Care Bear. It never went on. It never went on. We need Care Bears and Magic. All right. All right, let's see. Justin says at the beginning of each upkeep, each player exiles the top card of their library. Okay. Okay, that sounds cool to keep playing. Combos can be pretty interesting. They can just be overwhelming or lopsided. A good game is an instant. Yep, that's all.
Mhm.
I like it. I like the instant wins. It's what makes that's what makes like cards like Sanguine Bond and Sanguine Bond and Sanguine Blood or whatever the other piece is called really fun, like decent combos because they end the game instantaneously instead of just having to walk through like hours and minutes of time walking, drawing cards, waiting for the perfect win condition or the slow burn. You know, no one likes it when you take forever.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. There was
Yes.
there was a confusing card. That they fixed it. They changed the wording on it, but it was like Craig played it in his white deck, and it was like target attacking creature deals damage to target attacking creature deals damage to you instead of like me this turn or something like that. That's how it was worded. And he's like, what happens if I play that on my creature? Target attacking creature deals damage to me instead of me this turn.
Right.
What does that mean? It deals damage to me instead of me? What?
Here's Time Sifter. Time Sifter costs 5 mana. So at the beginning of each player's upkeep, each player moves the top card of his or her library from the game. The player who removed the card with the highest converted mana cost takes an extra turn after this one. If 2 or more players' cards are tied with the highest, the tied players repeat this process until the turn is. That's pretty self-explanatory. You basically reveal the top card of your library. The person with the highest converted mana cost goes. If people are tied, those people do it again, and they do it until they one person wins to take the extra turn. That's not that difficult.
Now, I wonder how that would work in Commander, though.
Yeah. It would work the same way. It's just worded.
Because if player 1 plays this, how would it affect player 3 and 4?
Not with 2 people on the table. Yeah, it'll work the same way on the table. They reveal cards until one person reveals the card with the highest converted mana cost.
But who goes first?
The person who played it probably has the priority because if you do it.
Okay, so for example, right? Like, so let's say I reveal a 6-drop, right? And you reveal a 5-drop, right?
Right.
So I get to take the extra turn.
Right.
And it resolves, right? And then we trigger it again with Time Sifter, and then you reveal like a 5-drop, or you reveal like a 7-drop, and I reveal like a 2-drop. Now you get an extra turn.
Right.
So now we both have extra turns.
Right.
Whose turn is it?
Well, it's simple. I mean,
and then it triggers again.
The person who gets to go first is the person who reveals the highest card first. See? And everything just stacks. I mean,
I don't know how turns work. If 2 players, like if you play a card that says you and target player take an extra turn after this one, who gets to take the extra turn first? Basically, is what it comes down to.
Right, but I'm just saying it's not that difficult.
I understand that part because it means like if I played it like that, I take my turn and I take my extra turn.
Reading the card explains the card, and the card is very well worded. That's how I feel about it.
My question about it though is
the question was who takes the extra turn first?
The person who shows their card first, the highest converted mana cost.
Is that the ruling on extra turns?
Well, they get it first, so it goes on the stack, right? Then if the person goes second,
Turns. I feel like turns don't go on the stack, though, do they?
No, but the effect does. The effect goes on the stack.
Like take my card for example that I just said. You and target player take an extra turn after this one. Who gets the extra turn first?
You and target player? Well, you, because you're the first one listed. How difficult is this?
All right. What about this though?
Why are you complicating things that don't need to be complicated?
All right. What about this scenario? Fun. All right. 4 players. That card's played. I get a my card is a 3 drop. Your card is a 4 drop. Next player's turn 3. I mean, third player is a 5 drop. All right, how that would you skip the game your turn since it's your turn?
No, you still get your turn. They get an extra turn after their turn. Like I said, it's not that complicated.
Yeah.
So they just get a turn. So
whoever's turn it is, they're gonna get an extra turn.
Right. Like here's a perfect example.
If I play a card that says take an extra turn after this one, I get the extra turn. Even if there's a magic card that's like you and target player take an extra turn after this one, you still, because you have priority, you will still get the turn. So regardless, it'll be your turn until it's not.
So here's a perfect example of why I think it works the way it does. Is think of Emrakul, the Promised End. When it comes to play, you gain control of target player's turn, then they get an extra turn after that one. I think it works. To me, that's why it makes sense. Is because you take their turn, and after that turn, they get an extra turn. You know. Yeah. It's and since
you
we have
control their next turn, yeah.
You know, it's that same momentum there. Like nothing is changing the priority right now. Nothing about the card says it changes the priority. It's not saying they gain the extra turn right now.
So player 3 would just get a extra turn when it comes to their turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically,
that's why it doesn't need to be complicated.
It's prioritized. It's priorities or whatever. Like if it's your turn, you take an extra turn. If it's your opponent's turn, they take an extra turn.
Yes. Exactly.
That's until they go into the next phase.
Next
turn or whatever. Yeah. It's not realistically, you're right, Darc. It's not that complicated. It's whoever has priority, basically. It's like bigger priority.
Right.
Because like it's not you're not there's a lot of things that happen within a turn. And ignores all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, Justin's saying it changes the turn order.
No, if there's something that changes the turn order.
It does change the turn order because let's say I'm sitting at a table of 4 people, right? Mm-hmm. And let's take that blue card, for example, that I talked about. I changed the way the game is completely played because it's like it's my turn, and then it's my opponent's turn, and then it's my turn. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I'm player 1, and then 2, 3, 4. So it would be my turn, and then player 2, then my turn, then player 3, then my turn, then player 4. So it literally changes the way the order of the table works because it's literally
the chronologist who does that.
Yes, thank you. That's basically what that. Is that who it is? Was that the level up creature? Yeah.
Lighthouse chronologist.
Yes. And basically it turns the game into 1v1s with you.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like my turn, player 2, my turn, player 3, my turn. At the end of every turn, it's basically my turn. It turns a commander game into a 1v1 with you.
Right. Hold on. You know what time it is? It is time to shill. Time to chill. That's right, Karn's Artopia, where you can get sweet Magic the Gathering swag, like sweet, cool dice bags or lapel pins that are really sweet, cool, and salty. And they have cool ones like the salty one. You got this sarcasm one, you got the skull cap one, and this week you got this really cool one that's usually $8 on sale for $5. Check it out. And on top of that, look at this sweet dice bag that Hillbilly's popping up. Look at that. You can get that dice bag too from cardsartopia.com. And this is an amazing deal because that's $45 plus $5 ships. And that bag holds a little more than 2 pounds of dice. And it does not let go very easy. That pull string's pretty solid. It's pretty neat. Look at that. Not funny if it exploded open, but it ain't. It's not going to happen. Look at that. And you can find those all at cardsartopia.com. That's right. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Stay Sober, for putting that in the chat.
Of course.
And if you're watching the replay, you can find the link to her website in the description below. Yes.
But there's so many combos that are in standard right now that you can find. But...
Hey, Hillbilly, you know what goes good with that combo? Some fries.
Fries and shake. Thinking about that, did you hear that they made a sequel to Good Burger?
No.
Yeah,
they made a sequel.
I wish they would stop ruining my childhood. Greatly appreciated. Just leave it there.
Well, to be honest, you really didn't have much of a childhood.
Really now.
You were always an adult. You were born an adult, and you'll always be an adult.
Yeah, I was born, and then they were like, Here's taxes. Get started on it.
Welcome to Good Burger.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, they keep doing things to ruin your childhood, or they're working on a Gremlins 3 after all these years.
Wow, that movie is so old.
Yeah,
I mean, Gremlins.
Why not just reboot the franchise? I mean,
really.
We got the technology.
When did the first Gremlins come out?
1984-ish.
Yeah, see, I wasn't even born yet. I was before my time then.
That was like a year before you're born.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Well, I'm pretty sure you were born.
You're off by 3, sir.
Now, Gremlins is a good movie, but it is so old. I think what they need to do is remake it.
When did Gremlins
revamp it?
come out? That had to be later. That had to be in the 90s, right?
Gremlins 2 came out in the early 90s. So yeah. So the first Gremlins came out in 1984.
Okay.
And Gremlins 2 came out in 1990.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Because to date myself, I guess. I had Gremlins 2 on Game Boy, and that game.
What's a Game Boy?
Super hard. What's a Game Boy?
For those youngsters in chat, they don't know what a Game Boy is.
Okay, for anybody in chat who doesn't know what a Game Boy is, you can look it up. It's by Nintendo. It's not hard to find the information on. I feel like more people this day would know more what a Game Boy is than a pager.
What is Nintendo?
Because I had a pager.
No, that's how old you are. Pager? You mean a beeper?
What is Nintendo?
I mean, yeah, you can call it a beeper. What is Nintendo? If you don't know what Nintendo is, you truly are living under a rock.
Right. Well, yeah, like pagers. I remember pagers. I never had one, but
more people
thought they were cool.
Know what a Game Boy is. Like, if I went to a majority of let's say ages between 18 and 20 right now, and was like, do you know what a Game Boy is? They're more than likely to know what a Game Boy is. But if I told them, hey, do you know what a pager is? They'll be like, what are you talking about? What is a pager?
like my command Batman. It says the The bat signal is not a beeper.
Granted, I was at the end of the pager phase. Like I when I got it, it was like, they were phasing out.
You know what's sad? Fanny packs still see more love than pagers do.
Yep.
Think about
I mean, yeah. Well, fanny packs are. It's why they're just called fanny packs. It's just, oh, what a name! I mean, it's because it's a useful thing, regardless of what you want to call it or whatever. Like, there was a time when you got made fun of for wearing a fanny pack, but if you wear a fanny pack these days, I doubt anybody would care.
Right, and a lot of tourists who go to different countries wear fanny packs because it's safer to keep your wallet and goods in them.
Yeah, exactly. It's a useful thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what isn't? You know what isn't useful? A fucking pager.
I used to carry around a fanny pack.
There was yeah, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, it's equivalent. It's equivalent to the people who wear the over the shoulder little pouch that wraps around, goes over your shoulder down, under your arms. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing, except for if you're wearing it differently.
Yep. Right. I like wearing fanny packs when I'd wear shorts that didn't have any pockets.
Makes sense.
Right. Well,
it is your pocket.
People who travel a lot will wear fanny packs because, one, people have to unzip and get into your fanny pack to steal it, so it's not easy to pickpocket you. That's why fanny packs are popular. That's why, when my wife and I go on vacations, when she's carrying a purse, she has a purse that zips open, and she carries a purse around, strapped around her neck, so you can't just yank it off her shoulder. Yeah. So, there's different ways, different strides for different people, but fanny packs are still popular and pagers are not.
Pagers died a long time ago because pagers are useless. Even when I had it, it felt useless. I'm like, oh, so-and-so called me. Okay, I guess I better get home. It's basically, it was like the text messaging before text messaging.
Right, that's exactly what it was.
Yep. Well, when I used to work in the grocery business, I would be out on the floor stocking the shelves. I see all kinds of customers, these women, come in there shopping. They'll put their purse in that shopping cart, leave that shopping cart, walk off, and get what they need. Right there, perfect opportunity to steal their purse.
You know what fanny packs are also good for? Holding your infinite combos.
I used to tell the women that you need to keep an eye on your purse because it might be stolen.
Oh yeah,
especially around Christmas time too.
Well, I mean, yeah. So I don't know if this is for if anybody's watching here, in the state of Colorado. And the only reason why I know this is because my best friend got a ticket for this. It's illegal for you to leave your car running unattended.
Huh.
Ah.
So if you go out, right? Let's say, for example, you live in town or whatever, and you go out and you like to warm your car up, and then go back in the house. A lot of people do that. At least throughout my entire life, that has been a thing, right? Because it's healthy for your car to warm it up before you start driving around town.
And then
if you're in
Colorado,
it is a $600 fine.
Ooh.
If a cop sees a car unattended while it's running.
Jeez.
Well, get this. Up there in New York, when I was driving a truck, it is illegal for a truck to idle. And a truck has to idle in order to run heat. Truckers live in their trucks, so they are not allowed to idle their trucks in the middle of winter at -5 degrees. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, New York does that. New York does that because of exhaust issues and pollution.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but heck, it's winter time. You're going to have to stay warm some way.
True.
Right. What they need is they need to make solar panels for trucks
Well,
So
I will say this: trucks have been advancing very heavily in as far as like nowadays. Like, trucks have like an internal electrical system that works without the car or without the truck running.
right. What I'm saying is they need to install better like solar paneling systems into trucks, newer trucks. So because I know they have the electronic things to plug in. Because they've tried, but basically, if you pay the money, that little back portion of the truck in the driver area is pretty much a small unit hotel.
Yeah,
You know,
the living quarters
yeah.
in the truck.
So, but like the batteries they can get worn down just as easily. I know this because my wife has to replace batteries a lot. No, she doesn't do them physically. She calls the people to do them when they die out, and they because not only these batteries like hauling, but like across the nation. People are trying to relax during the night. You're not just going to turn off your truck and go to sleep. Sometimes you need to relax your brain. So like I think like solar panels would help on a truck and all that jazz. You know what I'm saying?
Solar panels will help just in general, regardless of what it is.
Right, because they're out in the daylight all day anyway. So why not charge those batteries?
Well, some nowadays they got trucks that has two motors in it. One's a little tiny motor sits behind the cab, behind the bunk area, which that's the living quarters you're talking about, and it does not use as much, doesn't create as much fumes as it would if you idled your truck. They use that to heat the truck for the truckers to stay warm in wintertime.
All right. Well, it is time. You know what time it is? You know what time it is, Hillbilly?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Moving the Shakers top 5 going up in standards, but Sager Who Endures at 38.81 plus 4% is doing pretty good. Then we got Children of the Apocalypse at 86. This card is moving up. It's almost $90 plus 2%. Children. Ooh, Bloodthirsty Adversary at 1937 plus 7%. This might be a $20 card in no time. That's pretty solid. The Virtue of Loyalty is going up plus 6%. About basically $20 right now. That card has been moving up slowly. Then Mondrak Glory Dominus at $34.95 gets plus 2%. Nice. I like that. I like my investment going up. And Roaming Throne, just for the extra one here, because I just pulled the foil version yesterday, plus 5%. Yep. 1782 Roaming Throne. Whoop, whoop. I need to read that card later because I don't know what it does.
It's good.
Going down, biggest drop is negative 10% in Sunfall for 34. Hey, if this goes down any lower, will Sunfall become dawn or will it just become midnight? Who knows? Down 2%, 21.25 just kind of sitting there is Beseech the Mirror. Doing chilly. All right, then negative 3% got 1007. You got Zapandrel Hunger Dominus. This card is a beast and pretty good.
Yep.
Then down 9%, $3.10. You got Gissa Sunslayer. Not doing so hot, just chilling there at the bottom there at $3 basically. I'm pretty sure you can find this for $3 even. Then it's negative 6%, a pretty big steep drop at $4.93. You got Dreamroot Cascade. I love lands. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then going to the modern cards, we got top 5 going down. We got Wandering Prophets plus 15%, $39. Wandering Prophets doing good. Merfolk must be doing pretty good. Plus 2% at 63.05. We got this One Ring. One of my favorite cards of all time, plus 8%, $17 basically. You got Grave Pact. Grave Pact's doing pretty good. Going up plus 3%, $37.22. We got Ulamog Infinite Gyre.
Nice.
Yeah. Then plus $36.14 plus 3%. We got Uborg Tumi Yawgmoth. Hell yeah. Card is doing pretty good. Yeah. Then going down at 12%. That's a small kick in the butt there. 1960. We got Arcbound Ravager. finally meeting its baseline, basically. Then at 30.42, down 5%, we got Sword of Feast and Famine just chilling out right there. Then down 6%, 14.15, we got Mana Reflection. Probably just buy this for 14 even. 14 even, negative 5%. We got Godless Shrine, doing pretty good there. This card will see its day again, like in a few years. Then down 3%, we got Breeding Pool at 25.19. Breeding Pool, hell yeah. Woo woo. But here, Force Negation still $46.11, down 1%. It's doing pretty good. See, people, still good. Then, because our friend
forever be good.
now since Stasis Orb is here, let's look at the top 5 legacy cards. You got going up plus 1% at $2. We got Demonic Attorney. Then plus 1%, $1.21. You got Dark Pact. Woo woo. Then only a small amount, $10,660.30. They're not moving. Yeah, Lord.
Just a small, just a fraction.
Yeah.
I wonder why they got. Sorry to interrupt. But I wonder why they got Chaos Orb on there twice.
Because this is like the alpha or beta version, and this one is like the other version.
Oh.
That's why the price is different. So this must be.
Chaos Orb is such a funny card. It's legal in Commander, isn't it?
No, I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But if it is legal, no one's playing it because they don't rip up the card. $4,100 for the second Chaos Orb.
Chaos Orb, you don't have to rip up, right?
What
is
must
the
be turned completely over at least once. So no, you have to completely flip it.
Yeah, you have to like flip it, right? You flip it, whatever it lands on, it basically destroys.
And we're gonna skip the other Dark Pack Chaos Orb. We're going to contract below at 1,155.17, 0% contract. Look at all these 0%. They're just chilling there. But top 5 going down, we got Shahrazad at $535. Woo-hoo. Negative 4%. We got Demonic Attorney down 1%, just chilling, 21.72, which is weird. This is the 3rd edition, I believe. Falling Star 101.35, 0%, not moving anywhere. Bronze Table at $9.10, negative 1%, just a little bit of movement. And Rebirth at $11.35, only 1%. Woo woo. That was hard. The movers and shakers.
There's two different Demonic Attorneys. One growing, one shrinking. The price that is. It's weird.
Oh, Justin Tierney's Chaos Orb was famously ripped up out of tournament, which is why it was banned out so fast.
Oh.
That's pretty cool to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chaos Confetti is the one you rip off. That's an unset one. Yes. Whoa, and it is getting time to the shill section. So before we do, I'm going to throw Stasis Orb on the spot.
Okay.
And I want to know what song is on your brain today that people should listen to. And do not say the Midnight again.
I'm gonna go with the Midnight. I'm gonna say Good Charlotte, the Anthem.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Go check that out. Good shot at the end.
The Anthem.
The Anthem. Oh yeah. Okay. That song is going to get stuck in my head. All right.
Yeah,
Now,
so that's like, it's a new day, but it all feels old. It's a good life. That's what I'm
I remember.
Yep.
I love that entire album. Honestly, I love that entire album.
That was a good album. It was a pretty good album for sure.
Young and the Hopeless was the name of the album, I believe.
All right, Hillbilly, what you doing?
What you doing, Shillbilly?
Well,
Shillbilly.
there's going to be. I'm making a change to my second stream starting today at 2:00. It's going to be Commander. So if anybody wants to join in on the Commander games, then there's a link in the chat there. You can go into the Discord and sign up, and I will post it in the Discord under or sign up for Commander. I'll post a link for you to join, and let's have some fun.
go have some fun.
This will be
All crazy.
this will be at 2:00 Central Standard Time.
Yeah, that sounds good.
If there's no players, then there will not be a stream.
All right. So let's try to get this Commander game going. I don't know if I'd be able to make it, but it'd be fun to watch if you can get it going, everybody. If you're not part of the Discord, hit that Discord link. Whoop, whoop. And I get to chill today because today is Wednesday. So not only did we have today's show, like every day, tonight we have the Prime Tortoise, unless something else comes up. Then I'm going to be playing some Metroid Prime later on. Ooh, fancy. Sounds good. And before then, I might set things up to play around with the deck as I sleeve it. I don't know. Keep an eye out on that. But first, I got to do stuff. We're going to close out the show. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to listen to the Anthem by Good Charlotte. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron.